Hey, yo, peace, family. This is Lord Jamar for the Yanadameen Godcast. And if you watch the Godcast, you know my number one sponsor is Miracle Food. That's right, Miracle Food, the perfect cleanse and reboot for a healthy immune system. And these times, you know, a healthy immune system is very important. It's also anti inflammatory. Miracle Food has Moringa, black seed oil, Beet Root oil. It also contains CBD. Miracle Food is just what it says. Miracle Food. Brought to you by my brother, the Chakra Doctor. So this is a black-owned company, y'all. We promote black-owned companies here on the Godcast. Okay, so go to chakradoctor.org and get your Miracle Food today. Tell them Lord Jamal sent you. Peace.
I'll let you go peacefully. Oh, yeah.
Let's get it. Drugs to cope with the way we live. They done turn the neighborhood into the Bay of Pigs. Kidnapped the fathers and enslaved the kids. Now they poisoning the water that they gave the kids. He ran from the cops, so they sprayed his wig. We gon' turn the precinct to the Bay of Pigs. Saw the crib like that's the way you live. Loaf bread, baking soda sitting in the fridge. My melanin garners hatred, it's sacred. Hussein Bolt, I'm too swift for the races. Drugs change the house structure. See my uncle smoke rocks downstairs, now the attic is in the basement.
Preview.
So shit is real, comes out, motherfuckers start playing it. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers start playing it, and that shit turns into a you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy. I wasn't even counting on none of that.
You wasn't even ready for that, huh? How did that fucking feel? Tell me that fucking, you know what I mean? Because that shit is like,
it was weird, bro. Because I remember like the first people that I really played it for outside of my brother and my cousin was Nas and Large. And I went to Large crib and I played Hem and Heads for them, and I played Shit's Real. And actually it was Nas more so than anybody because he heard the first joint and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, like I don't really like, that one's alright, but then
you gotta
but then he heard Shit's Real, and when he heard Shit's Real, he was just like, but yo, that shit's real shit, that should be on the radio tomorrow. And I was geeking in my head because I was just like, all right, if this nigga saying that shit belong,
and Nas is already making records at this time.
Yeah, bro, I was lucky. Like I got to hear "The World Is Yours" and Halftime and all of that shit as it was being made.
Whoa.
So I already knew, what the world was gonna get, and that's what made it all the more ill to me. Because for somebody like him to say, what he said, that changed a lot with him. You know what I mean? Like that made me, for the first time, look at it like, okay, what if I do become a rapper? Yeah, and what if I do take it serious? And what if this does work out?
Help gave you that confidence that you need to take that level.
Real talk, real talk. So after that, bro, it's just everything pretty much changed in 24 hours. And I was just happy that we did something and it was getting played. Like for me, that was enough for me. Like I didn't even expect all of that to even take place. So once it did, I was just like, oh shit. And then after that, it was kind of like my whole life was like different in 24 hours, bro.
Right, because now 24 hours later, you might get a call. They want you to do a show. Like they got something for you, bro. Like they want you to come down to the motherfucking world. Like for real.
It was so crazy.
Wait, hang on. Had you ever made money in hip hop before that? Like, because I had been making money early. Like I was selling tapes and shit like that. I was doing house parties and shit like that for like $250 in high school. Like that was like a lot for a fucking teenager back in the, you know what I mean?
Like, but you had the, like you said, like the question you asked me, like I never did I make a dime off of it.
Right.
Until that point. So to me, all that other shit was kind of strange because I was like, I didn't I never even thought about the mechanics of the recording industry. You know what I mean? I was just on some shit, bro, where I was like, yo, if I get on and I make it, at least I'm not just like everybody else out here, God forbid. You know, you running around, you young, you in them streets. So you know, at that time, I was just more on some, all right, if I make it to 21, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And that was just me being young and running around outside and, you know, getting into certain things. So I always would say it didn't matter to me if we made $1 or $1 million. It was just, to me, it was just all about, yo, can I just get that one time to hear the song on the radio? And I don't think I was really ever prepared for everything that came with it. You know what I mean? So I just tried to take it all in stride and move through it the best way I could, bro.
As a DJ, how did it feel the first time you took one of them 12 inches and scratched your own voice or blended your shit into another record? How did that feel?
That's
a lot of people don't think about that. Visa.
That was bugged out, bro, to be able to like, because I remember me geeking off for like, in my head, I was like, to hear myself like the first time Irv ever played back, you know, me spitting, and it was like, to hear myself kind of bugged me out, because I was like, oh, okay, that's what I sound like to other people, you know, and you don't even get to do that. So to be able to do that, but then to just, you know, the 2-finger lick and roll the record back a little bit, and you got the headphone.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, you just wilding because you like, yo, this is
real now. Now it's real.
Now it's real, right?
Now it's real. Like I'm scratching my own voice.
Right.
This shit real now.
And I had mad of the records in the crib. So everybody was coming to my crib to get the 12-inch.
Right.
So it would be days, bro, when like, you know how I go when you DJ and you just wake up and you'll hear something in your head and you just want to attack the turntable. So I would get up and go to be like, yo, I'm going to blend shit's real with such and such. And nigga, there'd be no shit's reals left in the crib because I gave them all out. You know what I mean? So, but that was half the fun, I think. Now that I even look back at it, like that's one of those moments that is going to stay with you forever. You know what I mean? So I'm appreciative of it.
So what was the next joint? I'm So High. Was that the next one?
Yeah, that was the next one.
High.
Yeah, shout out
to the day that I die.
Yeah,
like I was DJing. I was actively DJing at my crib though a lot. At this time, I was living on State Street and I was going to buy records at what's that shit on Fulton Street? There was
Beet Street.
Beet Street. Right. Beet Street.
Yeah.
I'm going in there, and the dude, what's that dude? Goldfinger used to be in there, fucking DJing and shit like that. Yep. And I'm just buying mad 12 inches and shit like that. And I remember having a few of your joints, like, you know what I mean?
That's great.
Yeah, because if I like some shit, I didn't really want to like. I want to support the artist. You know what I mean? I didn't want to call up the record company, send me some shit. You know, I'm special and all this type of shit. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go get my shit like that. You know what I mean? I got the shit that I felt like that I liked and that I might have needed at the time. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold up. Since we go with it, I had Love Me or Leave Me Alone. I love the remix the most. I had Jump Up to Get Beat Down. You know, I had All for One.
Yes.
I was mad that Who Can Get Busy Like This Man I couldn't find on a single. What else? I had mostly everything out there, bro, because y'all was a go-to when I was coming up. Like you, Pete Rock, CL, just that whole wave. And it's kind of funny because Large, I consider him part of that because he loved what y'all did so much. You understand what I'm saying? Like when y'all wasn't around, and he would always swear that Pooh Bar was like the most fresh dressed nigga ever alive. Like I remember that.
He was back then.
He was back then.
He
but
was
y'all was so
cool.
far ahead of everything because y'all were wearing things that like y'all was the Get Fresh crew on some real shit. So we followed your lead. So V's up again. I just got to tell you while we here. You feel me?
No doubt. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So all right, you came out with the second joint now. Did Irv produce that one as well?
Nah, Buck Wild produced
Oh, shout out to Buck Wild. That's family right there. Okay.
No, like Buck produced it, and it's funny because when he played it, it did not at all sound the way that you hear it now on the finished version. Like he just played the skeleton of it. And I remember it was me, Buck, my cousin Infrared, shout out to Infrared from Rough Riders, and I think Irv came to the session later, but we played the joint, and Irv was kind of like, and me and Inf looked at Irv and was like, yo, you don't hear that? And he was like, nah. And I was like, yo, you really don't hear that? And he was like, nah. And I was like, yo, just trust me on this. Like, trust me. It's crazy because the more we did the song, Buck kept putting more elements into the beat. So by the time that it was finished, bro, like I never forget, I think LL was on like Angie Martinez's show and they played it for the first time. And I remember LL being like, I'm so high, huh? Okay. And that was like, when I heard him say that, I was just like, oh man, the nigga LL just
commented on my shit. Oh, I'm like, holy shit. This nigga LL knows that I exist, and he just heard my shit, and he fucking he liked the shit. Holy shit.
Yo, son,
it crazy.
It was crazy, bro. So once that happened, and then I remember he called my crib, and like my mom's answered, my stepmom's, that's my mom's, I call her that, but my mom's answered the phone, and she's just like, Michael LL Cool J's on the phone, and hurry up so I could tell your Aunt Junie. And I was just
whoa, LL Cool J's on now. He calls you now.
Yeah, bro. L had me on the phone like a good 40 minutes to close to an hour. And he was just really trying to get me to see the importance of where my life was going. He was just trying to tell me, he was really putting me up on game. He's like, yo, you can't be up till 3 o'clock and then waking up at 3 in the afternoon. You can't be like, he was just telling me all the things that I guess, he saw young folk do.
Right.
He didn't
all the shit that he used to do at one point.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Some of it I took like, cause you young and you naive, so you may take it like somebody trying to get on you, but that's not what he was doing. He genuinely wanted me to fly. So once
a lot of that had to do with because you were from Queens. And
I really
type of he loves those Queens MCs.
I mean, I don't know.
It might have been a little bit of that. He might have seen some of his in you.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been, bro. All I know, like I said, I was just tweaking off the fact that he called me, bro, and I was just like in la la land, like okay. But he did, you know what I mean? And after I'm so high, like everything really, really, really changed.
Right.
So it was more pressure and it was a bigger deadline and it was
now you put that out again on Irv Gotti's label?
No, what happened was before after we had pressed up Shit's Real, we went to there were 3 to 4 labels that were interested in me at the time. So we had met with a couple of them, and one of those labels that we met with was called TVT Blunt, and TVT was starting their hip hop division, and they were going to call it Blunt Recordings. And we met with the president, Steve Gottlieb, and of all the people that we met with, Irv seemed to feel that was the best place to be for the simple fact that I would be the first hip hop artist that they signed to their label. And they had a lot of capital to play with. So I ended up signing to them, and Irv became an A&R at the label. So I was actually like his first project as an A&R as well.